Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Wizard of Legend. We're actually doing like a really good job lately, if I dare say so myself. We unlocked the Chaos Basic. Alright. I see what you're doing. I've decided I'm for it. Why do you gotta say this? Create a chaotic rift to strike foes before compressing it and firing it forward. What are you talking about? Why don't you just call it, it's a ball that shoots balls. We're getting all hoity-toity. May I suggest, in the interest of having the easiest and most fun run of all time, we do, now that we have the opportunity, a full Chaos Beam, or Chaos Arcana run. Why not, right? The world's our oyster. I forget what we have. Lightning. No, we have Wanderer's Mechanism. Increases the damage of your signature. Hey! Where did... You didn't used to be there. I was thinking you were gone. We're gonna buy our last robe. Increases evade and critical chance. Sure, let's give it a shot. Oh, sorry about that. Sure, I will give you my gems. I just didn't know that you had moved recently. I wish you had said something. And that's all we got. You want to speak? It'll cost you just 10 gems for a randomized build. Oh, it'll cost you 10 gems for a randomized build. I don't have the money, unfortunately. But you ever hear of a little website called random.org? Who needs to pay 10 gems when you got the cow for free? Either way. I'm actually... That must have... They've moved everybody in a recent update, I'm sure is what happened there. Including the gem lady. So I'm happy. Apparently it exists. They've worked it into the game. Now, they didn't communicate it to me, which is an incredible slap in the face, as I am their #1 supporter. Their biggest fan in the world. Honestly, I feel like I have a little bit of an ownership stake in the game, because it's not like I did any work on it, but I just like it so much that it is my child. I'm just joking. I'm honestly just, as you might expect, happy that the feature exists, and I will happily spend 10 gems to not have to open up random.org before every video. I'll also just tell you straight out of the gate, if we lose this run, I'm gonna be highly embarrassed because we have like the greatest setup you could ever ask for. And I knew, or at least I thought it was likely that we would have the greatest setup that anybody on Earth could ever conceivably request. But I went for it anyway. You know why? The stakes are lower, which means if I lose, it will be even more hilarious. I guess the stakes are higher for a loss, but lower for a win. Yes, you may have an Arcana. You weren't supposed to take that one. Okay. We have fun here. Give me the buckler. I've never seen it. Destroying an enemy projectile grants signature charge energy. Okay, there's something we can build off that. If we can get the gloves or the bracers that allow you to punch projectiles open. Dude, I'm being sincere with you. I hate losing Phantom Brigade. It's a fantastic option for us. It's a fantastic option for anybody. I keep trying to use it and it's not there. It's like the saddest story ever written. With 100 and... Well, we'll probably have close to 300 gold by the end of the floor is my estimation. That allows us to buy 1 or maybe even 2 Arcana. I would normally say that 2 Arcana is overkill. But I have no interest in the other relics in the shop. And I don't really like Airborne Slam either. Although I'm willing to admit it's doing some work. I know we had a greater crit chance with this robe, by the way, but it really feels like I'm critting. Even more than expected. Alright, you're giving me an upgraded Airborne Slam. What does that do? Smaller bursts that ripple on impact. Straight up, not that interested. Not trying to be rude. I also got an evasion out of that one. You know, it is nice of you to offer me an upgraded version of what I already have, and relatively cheaply. But I think I'm probably going to end up leaving with just a buttload of money, and being happy about it to boot. So we'll be starting up the next floor with even more money than this one, on top of all the other advantages that we picked up as well, including slightly making Arcana worse, but slightly making our Arcana worse is what I mean to say. But we got a dream build, at least when it comes to dash, primary, and signature. I think our primary is good. I'm basing that pretty much 100% on the fact that it seems to crit non-stop. So far, so good. What do you got for me? More enemies. Dude, the Chaos Beam, did you see that? The Chaos Beam breaks projectiles, which gives us signature charge. Which allowed us to get a signature. I mean, that's the terminus, but still. So like, this is lowered cooldowns. I think I could be convinced. Never mind, taking damage at low HP removes the cooldowns on all active Arcana. Why do I do this to myself? I always buy things that are like, when you take damage, X happens. But I'm so good at this video game that I never take damage. And all of a sudden, you know, I spent all this money on something that's useless. But NL isn't spending money on anything useless if you're guaranteed to win regardless. I didn't ask for your sass. All I asked was for your support. Now you're hitting me with this negativity. Trying to bring reason and logic into the situation. For no reason. Or logic. Now, Airborne Slam. I'm starting to come around to it in the slightest way possible. It is giving me probably the single best damage dealer. It also seems to slow enemies after it happens. Like, in terms of raw damage, I think it's my single best damage dealer. Which is saying something considering the fact that we got the Distortion Beam. Not necessarily expecting to have an easy victory yet, but, well, who am I kidding? I'm kind of expecting to have an easy victory, because we won on our last couple of runs that were much worse than this one, at least to start with. But I'm just saying, I'm kind of regretful I didn't purchase the upgraded version. Look at how much signature that built. Run. Run, 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 run. You can make it. You can make it. You have made it. Because I don't think it's as bad as I was kind of expecting it to be. I don't know. I have an innate bias against a few different kinds of, well, towards and against a few different kinds of Arcana. If anything shoots, I'm predisposed to like it for whatever reason. If anything moves you closer to an enemy, I'm predisposed to dislike it for whatever reason. I can't explain it, you know, I'm as baffled as you are. Okay. Okay. I fell off, I think. Oh, no. Well, if that's as bad as it gets on the first couple of floors, we got very little to worry about. That room did kind of suck, though. You ever try aiming at the enemy? I find, personally, it oftentimes leads to better results. Alright. Teapot. Increases the duration of buff Arcana, which for us is completely useless in my estimation. You know why we're critting all the time? Or we appear to be critting all the time? Critical placebos. 100%. It's an upgraded version of Airborne Slam. So the game is really being like, put your money where your mouth is. If you want the upgraded version of Airborne Slam, buy it. You know why I'm going to buy it? Is because it doesn't take up another Arcana slot, but makes us better. And I took Evading Zephyr, because I think Evading Zephyr is extremely great. Singing Bowl is also like guaranteed crits. You guys like Jimmy Eat World? Singing Bowl, oh, whoa. Alternatively, you don't even have to like Jimmy Eat World. You could have just played NHL 03. Now, inevitably, someone's going to be like, oh, it was NHL 04. No, it wasn't, okay? It had Jerome McGinley on the cover. Go check the soundtrack. I owned it. Never argue with a Canadian about the NHL games. Yeah, take this. I don't want to see it anymore. Now, let me destroy all of your hard-earned treasures. Take the gold for myself and get the heck out of town. I will take Singing Bowl. We take it often, but guaranteed crits are very strong. Why wouldn't we want guaranteed crits? They're only in a certain permutation of situations, but still. Full HP. So far, this is very, very, very easy. And I hope it stays like that, but we'll see. I'm not expecting it to be hard, and I'm not thinking like I'm some kind of genius. Because of the fact that I'm doing pretty well here. Quite the opposite. Well, I don't think I'm an idiot because I'm doing well. That's a little ridiculous as well. But I know that I'm doing well because we have overpowered Arcana, for now at least. It's all about evading Zephyr. We got 3 seconds until we can use it again. 1, pop it. Can't be hit. You're tankier than you should be. Just accept that that's a fact. Easiest fight of my life, but still. Ward of Winds. Every freaking time. Ward of Winds. So it does make our winds do more damage. And it does slow enemies. And it is an Arcana. But it is also kind of not that good in my opinion. And even if it were, we've had it so frequently lately, I'm pretty much just over it. But I am not over picking up like the easiest 100 gold of my life on that room. More of that would be just fine. So I am like genuinely going out of my way to include Ward of Winds on like every single available opportunity. Dude, I hate those Arcana too. I'm going around dropping it on enemies that I could just be left clicking on and murder them. It's like, you know, you gotta, hey, your cousin's here. Why don't you play with them? Mom, we don't get along. Yeah, but that's family. Alright, fine. Who do you want to play in All-Star Baseball 98? I want to be the Blue Jays. But I want to be the Blue Jays. Of course we both want to be the Blue Jays. There's only 2 Canadian teams at this point in our existence. Every Canadian wants to be the Blue Jays. Or the Yankees. But that's, you know, I never understood it except that they're good. The Pinstripes. Well, that was a satisfying room. Dude, look at that combo. That is a lot of fun, is what that is. Ah! So I'm slowly and surely realizing all we have to do is right-click and then just keep attacking. That's the whole reason this thing is good to begin with, is because if you right-click, or if you use Evading Zephyr, rather, and then you attack, nothing can ever stand in your way ever again as long as you live. Or until the cooldown. But nothing should be alive by the end of your attack in the first place. Yeah, this seems good. I think we're starting to approach, like, best run ever territory. We never really used the sunscreen. Kind of like Journal of Midas, though. Gain additional gold when consecutively defeating enemies without taking damage. Straight up, I think we've had a lot of circumstances in which we've gone, like, entire floors without taking damage. So, I think this will probably end up being a pretty sensible buy. So far, so good. I don't like this room, though. Never mind, it's very easy. Yeah, that'll work. So I don't know how much of a gold bonus you get, but even if it's relatively minor, it seems good. This makes you so slow. You heal. Let's get Heavenly Boots. I have no idea what they do. Adds a significant chance to evade attacks, but receive double damage. Well, we're going to be evading like crazy. But we are going to take more damage when we get hit. But evading is probably good because it does synergize with the Glove of Midas. You know, if we never get hit... Well, let's put it this way. If we get hit half as often for twice as much, we're probably going to be able to reap the benefits of that Glove of Midas for longer. I really don't want you to... You know what? I'm going to take a chance and suggest... I was just going to say, you're going to take one of the ones we don't like that much. Just don't give me the Fire Ward is all I ask. I'm going far right and then moving one over. Just to psych him out. Oh, sick. Ward of Flames. Precisely what I just said I did not want was what you have given me there, and that's pretty cool. So... It's alright, although the loss of Airborne Slam to replace it with wards is real bad and annoying. We will probably wish to buy Arcana here. Like, I actually just... have so little... I mean, it's still pretty good, but I have so little damage potential compared to what I just had. But it still worked. It's also so funny to me that... And you know, we've been having some great success. Like Borat. So I'm not going to complain too hard about it. But... it seems like every time we do that Arcana Gambit, we end up picking up a ward at this point. Ward of Winds will not stop showing up. I don't want to use it. We can escape instead. Let me use it, please. Acceptable. Nothing wrong with that. And we somehow got a singing bowl out of it in spite of all that. And in spite of all my rage. So I don't like Flame Breath very much. But it's also not... Oh, absolutely, we'll take this. Hold up a second. Flame Breath. Evading Zephyr increases movement speed and you can run over pits. I really like Arc Sphere. I'm going to buy that and replace Ward of Winds with this. How could you not like that, right? This is it before I realize that it's actually horrible or something like that, but I have no idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to get up in enemy faces with Evading Zephyr, and then we're going to hit him with all these like really close quarters AoE. AoEs? Now, if you guys don't take bonus damage against the Fire Breath, I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. I guess you know what? I probably was not moving when I got hit there. I'll own up to that, even though it makes me angry. So you gotta remember, Evading Zephyr is not immunity to damage. It's immunity, well, you 100% evade while moving or attacking with your basic. I think. So you can't just stand still and expect greatness. And there might be a little window when you think you're doing something, but it's in the cooldown period or something. You know, you never know. Seems decent at destroying projectiles too, which might build signature. Our arc sphere, that is. But we're still just, you know, desperately trying to replace our lost Phantom Brigade from earlier. Everything we do is an attempt to bring that item back from the brink. We destroyed so many projectiles. Oh, the boss is dead. I hadn't even realized, actually. So we have a relic shop left over. I honestly think that we might just want to buy HP. We're already, like, more than halfway up on relics. Find the relic shop, buy HP. You know you're going to be fine for the boss fight, unless there's something truly amazing. I think that's just safety. You know, we got a great run. Protect the run. Move yourself onto the boss fight here and know that you're probably safe for the. I know we were getting 75 there, okay, but okay. What do I do against you? Well, against your ults, we will probably right-click, and against water cannons, I may right-click. One more attack. Well. I right-clicked. Let's go to town. Now get the heck out of there, because your cooldown's almost up. I popped it again. Dude, that is amazing. Against the final boss, that combo is going to be ridiculous. What are you? Thunder drop. You man. That Draft. I'm gonna take it. It's a gap closer and a shot caller. So that was an extremely fast and great boss fight. Dude, don't mind if I do. Check this out. Right click, E. Okay, now run. Okay, what are you supposed to do? How do you stop that? Like, this is the dream run. Thought you couldn't get synergies in this game. Increases damage against foes that are inflicted with a status ailment. Apparently I was not in the middle of an attack there. I dispute that, but also understand it's not so simple. Get out of here. Get out of here. We got an ult. We got an ulti. No, you screwed me. Anyway, we do want that for certain. I'm not too worried about the fact that we've had to buy HP once. It's substantially below average, for one. Yeah, that was fine. And then beyond that, we take double damage, you know? So it stands to reason that it's not really much of a shock to be taking, or to be buying more HP, which means we're taking more damage, okay? So, probably should just right-click if we ever find ourselves in that situation again, instead of taking 50 damage from jumping in a pit. But if we have to buy on every shop, then we have to buy on every shop, you know? It is what it is. Uh-oh. Okay. slightly more annoying situation than I had given you credit for. It's like genuinely the most difficult enemies I've ever seen on one room. Kind of got him in the right situation. Isn't the bear just a respawn? In which case, I don't mean to suggest that, like, just is a bad word here. This poor enemy. Wow. Alrighty. Thank you. Just got trapped in the corner with the lightning spear. It was a dream come true. I had to go in my head. I was like, what is a ranged attack that we have? What do you think? Maybe the enormous beam? I almost misplaced myself again. What an interesting sentence. Misplace yourself. It'll work. It'll work. It'll work. Let me out. It'll work. I'm trying to go through the wall. Well, amazing. As stated, I don't really feel like we feel bad about buying these. I think we feel just fine. Are you with the red shop right here? You are indeed. I forget what this does, as always. All chaos gems are transmuted into gold. Yeah, I mean, that's just good right now. Gold is useful for us on this run. Chaos gems are not useful for us on this run. And we already have 193. That just seems like a good deal with the devil in general. Remember when this used to be like a nasty trap room? Wow. I was actually insanely lucky to get that evasion. I might not be insane because we have the evasion robes and other things that stack evasion chance, but you know what I mean. There's no reason we should have necessarily expected it. Two seconds, then you're good. What can you say? Boots of Frenzy. Defeating enemies grants a chance to temporarily add unlimited charges to your movement arcana. I will also tell you right out of the gate here that I do look at this run and go, we should just fight the final boss immediately. Incredible. Yeah, that's a much better way to do it. Hello, I expected you to be the relic shop, but in hindsight, there's no reason we could have known that. So why did we assume? I think hilarious. Although we could run straight to the boss fight and be fine, and we're probably only jeopardizing things by going a little further right now. It's extra lightning and fire damage. It's not that much. Secret wildcard is fine. Now I genuinely think we should leave, and it's not for the purposes of, like, making the video faster. It's just because we found 2/3 of the good stuff, and our HP is going to be in a great spot. Essentially, like, life is but a dream right now. So perhaps... get the heck out of there. I was just gonna say, we might not want to get that up close and personal because we did take damage from that. We're gonna have the ults. 1 second. Just pop it. That fight went just fine. Could have been better. We got hit once, I think. While being insanely aggressive for no reason. Nah. That won't be necessary. Alright, heal up, go on to the boss fight. The second phase actually strikes me as being maybe the one that we're looking forward to the most here. But this should go in the books as a pretty easy one. What are you doing? Nothing. Just go for it. Alright, now's where things get real. Please take your time because I want my Zephyr to cool down. You know what? You got me. What's next? That wasn't as much damage as I would have liked. Here's what I think you do. Don't use your Zephyr here. Use it immediately after. What's happening? I think we should go back to using the Zephyr there. Or at least just for dodging in these standards here. Now use it. That's the money maker. Use it strictly on defense. No need to get overly aggressive in this case. Super easy win. We knew it was going to be an easy win when we started. That's basically what this one comes down to. Now, I gotta see, are there even any Arcana left? Like, are we done with Chaos Arcana, or are we... What's going on there? You got any more for us? I know, the insignia. Yeah. You don't need to tell me this every time. Let me spacebar it a little. Absolute finale. You gotta figure that's probably the final one. So I'm not even gonna random next time, because I obviously want to check out the new Chaos Arcana that we earned on our totally legit and not at all stacked run that was not insanely easy and I worked really hard to win. But we gotta see what that new Arcana does. For now, though, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. We got a streak going in Wizard of Legend. If you did enjoy it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.